The G and the old G. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. It's been a couple of weeks since I reviewed Tulsa King, but that is the name of the episode. And the name of the game today is to get back into the groove here. There's 3 episodes to get caught up on. I've missed the last couple of weeks, so yeah, watched episode 3. I haven't watched 4. I haven't watched 5 because I feel like it. I could have watched them back to back to back, but at the end of the day, I like reviewing episodes once I've finished them. They are fresh in the memory that way. But we begin episode 3 of season 3, and I'm just wanting a wee bit more for this show. I think things need to take a dark twist. I feel like we need to get that big emotional death this season to really like tug at the heartstrings and make us feel for these characters, because I think for the most part the show feels quite emotionless. Like nothing like really happens to a degree that makes you go, oh shit, I cared about him or her or whatever. People just seem to go about their business, and Dwight's group is, as funny as it can be because it's a bunch of misfits. That's exactly what it is. It's a bunch of misfits, and they don't really cut the mustard for me. But anyway, episode begins. The group is obviously on high alert due to recent shenanigans with Dunmire. Dwight then receives a phone call from Dickhead. We know him as Musso. And the location, it's like 520 20 Street. Go there, get in the white 4-door sedan. So we'll see how that goes. He arrives, Bigfoot drops him off, he gets in, and then the car just fucking takes off, which I thought was really funny. And then he's going ballistic, saying, would you fucking stop? Would you fucking stop, man? And then he's like, fucking turn it off. And then like it puts on like a little Nace song, and he's going ballistic, he's shooting at it. It was hilarious. You know what, man? Fair play to Sylvester Stallone. Guy's what, like 78, 79, man, and he just looks the part. He is the part. Love the guy. There'll never be a Sylvester Stallone. A true American icon. A legend of the world. He's just one of those names that everybody knows. You know Rocky. You know Rambo. And it's great seeing him in a TV show like this. And then we get the intro. Him and Musso talk. We're going to Texas. We're going to be hunting some guy called the Watchmaker. He's killed people. He's killed kids. He's killed children. He's done this. He's done that. And the more this was going on, I was sitting there thinking, right, he's done this and he's done that. Like, why wouldn't you be getting a task force involved? And we see Dwight call Musso up on this later. But before we get to that point, he's doing 100 miles an hour, gets pulled over, shows the cop his wee FBI badge, he gets out. And like, Dwight just openly admits to this cop here that, yeah, I'm a snitch. Yeah, I'm an FBI informant. I'm this, I'm that. It's like, that goes against your street cred. Like, I don't know, man, but I'm from an era. I say I'm from an era. I'm 20. I'm going to say I'm 24. I just turned 25, right? But it's like you watch all these shows and movies, like they just never rat it, and if they did, they were perceived as this like rat, like this heinous act, like fuck, things will never be the same again. But he's telling this guy, and we know for a fact that a lot of the police are on Dunmire's like paybook at the end of the day. So I just don't understand why he would go about flaunting this. And then he's like, oh, he's got erectile dysfunction and all this stuff. He's got them on the paybook, man. And then he's like, I'll let you off with it. And he's like, but you get those tickets to White for the NBA Thunder. Some team called the Thunder. I don't know. Is it the Tulsa Thunder? I'm not really too familiar with the NBA tickets, but Musso and Dwight, they're going to Texas. Yeehaw. We'll get back with them. Meanwhile, Bodie, Tyson, and the woman, the tail call from the gym all the way to this like abandoned building. They go in heavily armed, and it turns out it's a bingo hall. And no, it's not the ECW arena. It's a legitimately, I was going to say it's a legitimate bingo hall. I think the ECW arena was a legitimate bingo hall. That's the whole point. But what I didn't really understand about this is like, well, I'll say I don't understand. I understand it, but it's crazy like seeing this. So Tyson goes in, gun in hand, right? And the woman that is sitting at the reception bit of the bingo hall is like, son, if you want to come in here, you're going to have to put that gun in a holster. And it's like, what? Guy just comes in, the gun is it's golden. It's like fucking guy's holding about a golden Desert Eagle. Like he's, prestiged it. And got all the objectives and achievements for it, like Modern Warfare 2, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, she's not like, oh, he's got a gun. I know if this happened in the UK, right, it'd be like, oh, he's got a gun, but It's mad that in some states in America, like, you can openly walk about with your gun out, and her problem was here. You just need to put that in the holster. Like, to me that is insane. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get to America one day, folks, but it just blows my fucking mind. Anyway, they sit down, play a bit of bingo for a while, and then who rocks up? Goody. Goody looks around, he's like, they're not here playing bingo for the goodness of their heart. It's a racket. It's rigged. They make all the money. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I knew something was up with it, because it's like, they're not just doing this at the goodness of their heart. There was obviously, like, it was either going to be it was rigged, or it was going to be, like, protection money of some kind. But the way they portray Tyson in this show is, like, he wants to be a legitimate badass so much, but he's just such a dumbass instead. Goody figures it out, and then they essentially go around the tables until they figure out which one's got the rigged one. Tyson takes it, celebrates it, Cole comes over, they get into it. Goody's like, well, you know what? You're calling him a cheater. If you don't pay him, then what's all these other good paying customers going to think? They're going to take their action elsewhere. And then Cole reluctantly pays it, which makes sense. We then see Armand, his wife rocks up saying, you never rocked up to get his kids his car, he's missing. And then, yeah, so we've heard a few talks about Armand being missing, but I mean, where the fuck is he? Who took him? Did Dunmire kill him? I think Armand in this show is too big a character just to disappear for the sake of it, man. I think he's going to have to come back in some degree. But yeah, we then see Mitch and Cleo get a car. It's like, I remember that prom date. You rocked up in that car. She's like, that's not the only thing I remember. Boy, I rid Mitch like a fucking donkey. Anyway, they drive into the Dunmire estate. He's not really happy about this. She rips it up, gets out of the car, throws a fucking, like, whiskey bottle, or was it bourbon, who knows, at Dunmire's front door, gets her lighter. I'm going to burn you like you burned my daddy. Dunmire's like, it was an accident. Again, I mean, I know this is to highlight, like, how inept she is and out of touch, because it's like, if you're going to attack us, I mean, if she wanted to seriously, like, do this to Dunmire, you could have went about it a million different ways. Instead, she rocks up during the day. I mean, these two are very lucky that this Dunmire guy just let this slide. But we know why he did. We know why he did, man. But Tyson and Co are all at the fucking strip club. He's dancing. He then gets taken to the back with Serenity, this Asian hooker, or not hooker, stripper. Not that there's much class in either or. Well, I mean, it's definitely much more class than a stripper, but I mean, let's not pretend it's a fucking competition, which is pretty funny. Anyway, moving on. Dwight meets with the watchmaker guy in Texas. Guy's like, well, I'm going to do a bit of digging and you before I do business with you. Dwight then calls Musso up on the whole situation, and he's like, it's personal. So obviously this guy's done something to Musso's family, which is fair enough. But Tyson essentially gets took by Cole's group. Tyson's taking the beating like a man, but then they whip out Serenity out the back of the car, put a gun to her head, which makes him give up the location of the 50-year-old bourbon. Again, I'm not saying, but see, this is a weird one, right? Because there's numerous ways Tyson could have played this, right? But at the same time, would the likes of Goody and Dwight save a stripper's life in order to give up like $150 million? Because that's what it is, folks. Make no mistake about it, this is $150 million we're talking about. Like, you know, we see, I mean, I've seen it before. I mean, look at season 7 of Sons of Anarchy, right? Now, by that point, Jax Teller's very far gone, right? But when him and Chibs confront Greensleeves, he's got no weapons, and they've both got guns, and he grabs, like, this stripper, this prostitute, and he puts a knife up to her throat, and he's like, I'll kill her if you come any closer. And Jax is like, you really think I give a fuck about one of your strung-out whores? And it's like, so... And there was no money, really. There was nothing on the fucking line there. They just wanted a bit of information and to deal with this pimp who'd been, like, doing some shit against Venus Van Dam. So, yeah, it's a weird one, but Tyson gives it up. I mean, I guess he held strong to his own regard, and looking at how the episode ended, it's not like Dwight's overly pissed at Tyson for giving up the location. But, yeah, you would have thought this would have caused some kind of rift between the group, but it doesn't look like it, and I think that's why it's never going to be taken seriously as another crew. Like, you're supposed to keep your mouth shut. It's like it's just like you look at like The Sopranos, right? I mean, Ralphie literally beat a stripper to death and no one cared. Sorry. Do you think if a rival crew held like Ralph and a stripper hostage and beat up Ralph, and he didn't give up the location and like Tony's money, for example, but then once he put a gun to a stripper's head and then Ralph gave it up, do you think Tony will be like, oh, you did the right thing, Ralph, we were all done the same? No, I don't think so. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Leave your thoughts down below. I will give this episode a 7 out of 10. Tulsa King, I'm enjoying it, man. Get these other 2 episodes watched.